Hey, it's Semestral, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and my passion is trucks and SUVs. If that's your passion too, make sure you subscribe, click the bell, and smash the like button because you love this video. It's about trucks. You gotta love it because, well, their trucks are awesome. I'm here with my buddy Maury. He's from the Ram team. He's done the engine supply. I got his title totally wrong. So, Maury, what is your exact title?
Well, I'm diesel engine chief engineer.
Right, and you're from Detroit, right?
Yeah,
Born and raised.
As you can understand from
Yeah.
my accent, I'm from Italy. I've worked 35 years in diesel engines, so I had the pleasure to be part of the team who developed the Generation 1, Generation 2, and now the pleasure to be here to present the Generation 3 EcoDiesel engine.
Okay, so let's take a step back for a little bit because I think
Sure.
what a lot of guys don't realize with this engine is Italy has quite a bit of history with diesel engines.
Yep.
And people are like, well, I wish it was a Cummins. I wish it was this. I wish it was that. But wait a minute. Italy's saying, hold the phone.
No.
You know, what's going on? What kind of history do you guys have with the diesel engine?
Well, the FCA, I would say Fiat, since we're talking about Italy, has a long tradition diesel engine. In particular, the former VM Motori, I come from that specific plant, which from 2014, part of FCA family has a long tradition, more than 70 years of diesel engine tradition. Automotive.
70 years of
around
VM Motori.
Yeah.
So they may know a few things about
Yeah,
this engine.
so I think we know how to do diesel engines.
And so you and I were talking earlier about, or actually in a different event about this. This is the first time you've used this engine, or have you used it elsewhere?
No, this is really the first time we are using the EcoDiesel Generation 3.
Generation 3. What's the 2? Is it just used in trucks?
Oh, the Generation 2 is currently installed for sure in the Ram 1500 Classic, and is also installed in other applications like the Grand Cherokee and other European applications.
So let's talk a few basic things. I did some other videos with you where you talked about the engine, what's new, but I want to get some really general engine information. So we have a V6 in here, and there's a long conversation I have on my channel about inline 6 versus V6. Inline's more inherently balanced. People tell me V6 is a smaller application. When you guys decided to go V6, was that how'd you come to that conclusion?
Well, I'm clearly aware of the difference of the discussions about the i6 and the V6. The reason why we wanted to keep the same architecture to leave the possibility to install in different applications. In general, the V6 is extremely compact, so it gives you a lot of flexibility from a packaging standpoint. So this is the key advantage.
Yeah, so you can have more room for place for stuff.
Yeah, more room.
All right, so let me ask you about this. So there's a conversation going on in the industry quite a bit right now. We have a conversation between belts and chains, and we're talking timing going on. A lot of conversation that the belts are going to be cheaper, but you have less noise in the cabin. Chains last longer. Where are you at in this debate?
Well, I have to recognize that the belt systems have improved a lot in the last year. However, the chain system is still an advantage in terms of availability and maintenance. So our chain is for life, for engine life. So I think this is something that the belt still is not able to do.
Right, and the other thing that we're having in the conversation a lot in the industry is all these new ways to get fuel in the engine stuff, and we have carbon buildup quite a bit. What are we doing with carbon buildup? Are you experiencing that? I know it's not so much in the diesel side, more on the gas side, but have you heard that conversation, that debate about new engines getting more and more carbon buildup inside of them?
Well, I can tell you that this Generation 3 EcoDiesel has implemented the low pressure exhaust system in addition to high pressure exhaust system. So I think the low pressure exhaust system, since it draws the gases after the DPF, so they are clean gases, in general it's going to help also from this point of view.
So we're not going to have we're not going to have as much as this. And
exactly. Okay. In general, it goes in the right direction. Since the gases come after the DPF, so they are clean as they can be exhaust.
Right. Okay, and I got one last question for you. It's kind of came from the news lately, but there's some conversation about the difference in diesel fuel in the United States versus diesel fuel in Europe. Diesel fuel in Europe is thicker, more lubricity with this diesel, if I could say that word correctly. Maybe I can't. But in the U.S., we have ultra-low sulfur fuels. We have really thin diesel fuels. Are you guys testing this with the U.S. fuels as well as the European fuels?
Absolutely. The durability fleets are here. They are all here. So all the trucks used to carry out the validation right here in the U.S. Market. So we're using U.S. fuel.
Yeah, so there should be no problem, right?
Well, they were validated as they had to be. So with fuel, with American fuel, not European fuel, and I think so. Normally, our rule is that if an application is for European market, you have to carry out the validation, the vehicle validation, in the same market where we intend to sell the truck or the car. So in this case, we are following this approach.
It sounds like common sense.
It's a common sense.
Pretty good thing. Hey, that's what we got. For more Pickup Truck Plus SUV news, make sure to check us out on pickuptrucktalk.com. 3 words. Hey, those 3 words again. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This is a channel we do some practical stuff, do some fun stuff. So hope you subscribe, hope you have fun, and we will see you down the road.